Welcome to the Game Changer Podcast. Today's topic, no one is coming to save you. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Top of the morning, welcome back. This is the Game Changer Podcast with Setema Gali. You guys better get your minds right and get up and let's go. See, it's more than the game that we changing.
Man, it's so good to be with you guys. Thank you for listening to the podcast. I honor you and I appreciate just the fact that you're letting me be in your world. So if you're watching this on YouTube, like, subscribe, hit the like button. Let me know. If you're listening on any other platforms, take a screenshot. Let me know, rate and review it, and let's go. I heard this principle here. This is principle number 13 of our 13 principles. No one's coming to save you. And, you hear this, and as a Christian man, I grew up Christian, believe in God, believe in Jesus, scriptures, prayer, church, the whole nine. And I heard this, and I remember thinking, well, Jesus is going to come save me. I'm not talking about salvation. I'm not talking about eternal life. I'm not talking about life after death. What am I really talking about here? I'm talking about you hoping, praying, and wishing that someone out there is going to step in and change your life. Change your life? No. Someone's going to come in and actually deliver the life that you want. This was me in 2008. So 2008, my cars get repossessed. We get kicked out of our home. Our homes get foreclosed, short sale foreclosed. We lose everything. And I remember I was just throwing money like these haymakers. I was trying to swing for the fences, thinking, well, listen, if I can just hit one of these home runs and maybe someone will show up with a check and a suitcase full of money and tell me that I changed their life. I had the craziest thoughts. I wanted someone to come save me. I wanted someone to step up and deliver me. I wanted something miraculous to happen, as if that would have saved the day. Now, I'm so thankful that my Heavenly Father did not do that. I'm so grateful that I did not hit the lotto. I'm so grateful that no money came out of nowhere and, a $10 million wire mysteriously appeared in my account. Again, I know it sounds crazy, right? But some of you think that. And it may not even be with money. Some of you are hoping and praying that your spouse and your children will just magically get better. Like the reason you're having problems is because of them. And some of you are hoping and praying that there's just going to be some magical drug that you can take without paying the price, and you're going to have a six-pack, and your booty's going to get bigger, and your muscles are going to get bigger. That's what it means when we say no one's coming to save you. You see, I'm so grateful that no one came to save me. 2008, we lose it all. We get evicted out of our home. We lose our cars. We had no car. My Peruvian brother, his name was Jose. He's passed on. He lent me his Audi A6 Quattro. He gave me his car and said, hey, Uso, he understood the language. Hey, Uso, come use my car. It's good, man. It's good. Just come use my car. I used his car for almost 6 months. 6 months. Can you believe that? That's how good he was doing. And I don't even know if he was doing great, but he just knew I needed a car for my family. 2009, sell the ring, Super Bowl ring, on food stamps, on EBT. Sell my wife's wedding ring. We sold everything. I was in this pit of despair. I was discouraged. I was depressed. I was going to my place of worship called a temple. I was going to my temple once a week. Almost every week I was going to the temple. I was fasting once a month. Lord, I need please, just help me. And I'm so grateful that he did help me, but not in the way that I wanted. See, had I received a $10 million check, had I received some external help from someone, I never, ever go on the journey that God intended me to go on. And that journey led me to, after a bankruptcy and after being on EBT and after being in the 900 square foot townhome, which I absolutely hated, again, hoping and wishing and praying that someone would save me, that someone would come in and swoop in and just deliver me. Well, I did get delivered. And it was called hard work. You see, I was recruited to go door to door. And as you've heard in my stories, I went knocking door to door. A guy by the name of Casey Ball recruits me, amazing, fantastic individual. C. Ball recruits me, asks me the one critical question of recruiting. How much money would you have to make in order for this to be worth it for you? How much would you have to make over the next 20 weeks for me to get you to come knock doors? And I told him, I need to make six figures. I need to make 100 grand. If I can make 100 grand in 20 weeks of 100% commission, I will come do this. He hits the table, done. And then he proceeds to tell me what it's going to take. Because no one saved me, I flew to South Carolina, Greenville, broke, determined more than ever. Because no one came to save me and wrote me a check, I developed this grit and this grind. Because no one came to save me, I developed this assassin-like mentality of sales. Knock on a door, overcome objections, get in the house, and they call it a one-legger, even if it was one like a wife. If husband's on a road trip, I would install that, sell it, close it, get it done, and boom, I'd close the deal. I could walk, I could knock, I could talk sales. Then I had to walk, knock, and talk recruiting. I had to build a team and recruit people. And I became, over 3 years, this very prolific salesman. Selling, recruiting, training, retaining, selling, recruiting, training, retaining. Why? Because no one came to save me. And because of that, 3 years, it launched me into my current business, which I've been doing now for 10 years. On the cusp of this, later on today, I got 12 men coming into Titan Immersion, the final immersion. 9.5 years ago, I went and ran support for a program with my brother. This is kind of where this all evolved from, the genesis of his program. It was called Warrior Week. His name is Garrett. And I met other brothers there, Captain America. Sean Whalen was one of those early groups. Marty, Friel, like just a bunch of dudes. I remember their names, Isom. And I started running support, and I started running it. 9.5 years ago, now we closed the chapter on Titan Immersion. I'm so grateful that no one came to save me, because it made me who I am today. It developed in me this skill set. I built a nice, amazing vehicle of a business to transform lives. Help people shift their perspective, help people see different, help people find this drive and this passion and this motivation inside of them to go build a life, to go do different things. No one's coming to save you. I'm so grateful that no one came to save me. Even over the last 10 years as I've built this business, running events, speaking on stages, launching how many funnels and campaigns and ads, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars, probably into the millions of ad spend and development and software development that didn't go anywhere. And we've got shirts and books and all kinds of supplies and cameras and lights, and because no one came to save me. And I'm so grateful that no one came to save me. I'm so grateful that no one came to save me. So why do I bring this podcast up? If you are going through a hard time right now, and I guarantee some of you listening to this podcast, you're going through hell. You are going through fire. You're depressed. Your marriage may not be that great. You might be just torn because maybe you're at odds with one of your children, your teenagers. Maybe you have a parent or a loved one who's sick and suffering, cancer, some kind of sickness. Maybe right now you're just struggling with who you are and your identity. Like, who am I? And what is the purpose of my life? And if you're going through that, the beautiful thing is, no one's coming to save you, and you should be so happy that no one is. Because if you do this right, you're going to develop this thick skin. You're going to develop this grit inside of you, this toughness inside of you, this capacity that's going to grow so big you can handle the weight of the world like Atlas, right? You can handle the load. You can handle stress. You can handle tribulation and affliction, especially financially or even emotionally. No one's coming to save you. So here's what I invite you to do. Just say that out loud. No one is coming to save me. And I'm so grateful that no one is coming to save me. Because if you do this right, the very afflictions that you're facing, the adversity that you're facing, that you're in, it's thick, it's hard, you're depressed, you're questioning, who am I? What am I doing? I just made a move. We just invested in this project. I'm about to get fired. I don't have a job. This is not working. What's going on? I went to the seminar. I paid these people. Oh my gosh. Maybe some of you right now are like, everything that I've ever been trained, taught, and educated to believe does not seem true anymore. You're having this crisis of faith and of an identity. No one is coming to save you, which means you get to go through it, and the adversity and the affliction becomes the mortar for the bricks that you lay on top of each other, which builds a foundation for greatness. The adversity you're facing mentally and spiritually and emotionally, even financially, that adversity and affliction becomes the accelerant, the thing that accelerates you forward if you'll lean into it. No one's coming to save you. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to God that no one came in and saved me. I'm so grateful that I had to work my butt off and that I had to go grind. I had to go work early, work late, show up before anyone, leave the last one of the day. I'm so grateful that I grinded. I was putting in work when nobody was watching. I'm so grateful that I developed this like thick skin and this toughness. Like, I got this. I'm so grateful that no one saved me, Because the truth is, when you really get down to the bottom of it, you don't want nobody to save you. You actually want to save yourself. In other words, you actually want to do the work yourself, because that's how you grow. That's how you develop, and that's how you go build business, and that's how you build a bank account. That's how you build your body. That's how you build your family and your relationships and anything that matters to you. Principle 13, no one's coming to save you. I invite you to take a good look at your life and see what adversity and affliction you got that's challenging you, so you can start to see it as a gift, as an accelerant, as an accelerator to put you into action to go build the life that you want. And one day, like that is for me today, I can look back with so much gratitude. Like, man, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful, man. And I really am, because it made me who I am today. Hey guys, if the podcast resonates, if it touches your heart and soul, and it gives you greater vision and clarity to go build the life you want, so you can make a difference inside of your world, your family's world, and the community itself, all I ask that you do is share the podcast forward. We don't run ads, we don't have sponsors, but we can make a difference and help people become game changers for their lives, for their families, if we share the message. So share this with somebody who needs to hear it, and have an amazing day. Thank you for listening to the podcast. If this is helpful, you know what to do. I'll see you on the other side. I'm out.
Let's go. See, it's more than the game that we changing. We don't do it for the block, do it for the name. Yeah. No, there ain't no stopping it. If you really want it, better rock with it. This is how to be a game changer. Better put your pride down, heavy, get your pen up. Wanna be the greatest, we ain't stopping till we win, yo. This is how to make it when they